Welcome everybody to a new episode of Warcraft 3 Reforged. We're continuing the campaign of the Horde, of the Orcs. The last time we met Hellscream, met the Warsaw clan, and had to fight a few humans because it turns out they actually followed us, or at least they believe they followed them. We all obviously know that Medivh told both Thrall and Jaina to move them separately, so Jaina didn't even knew the herd was here, just like the herd that knew that humans were here. But yes, we had to cut our way through the horde, through the humans, because of Hellscream, who decided to start a war. Essentially, Thrall wanted to at least ignore them for a little bit and find some other way other than, fighting through them. But Mr. Hellscream, in his never-ending intelligence, decided, nah, fuck it, let's attack them, because why not, right? It's kind of understanding, because in the ending cinematic of the mission, he actually says that he feels a certain influence of him, a certain bloodlust, if you wish. Obviously, we know it, and that it's because Mannoth and the Burning Legion are in Azeroth. So it makes sense. He doesn't understand it. He thinks it's something distant, something new, different. We know that it's just the same thing that made the Horde follow demons before. Now influences Hellscream. It's the same thing as in the second and the third and second and first great wars before between Horde and Alliance. Uh, you know, the saying, war never changes, right? Not even in Warcraft. But yes, in this mission, today's mission, we're going to do something interesting. First of all, we're going to change the settings that you see I already did. For a very simple reason. I tried for about 4 hours to finish this mission, and I couldn't. Why? Because what happened, what I said at the end of the human campaign, that I didn't want to play on hard at the beginning. I played human campaign on normal because I thought the game would be too hard and I wouldn't be able to talk about the game. I would just focus too much on the game, on the gameplay, and not talk, not comment, which I think is it's more entertaining than just me watching play a game that has been out for what, fucking 20 years or something, right? Everybody knows this game, so the gameplay is new. I think the commentary is much more important, and I simply couldn't. I had to go full sweat mode and just try and finish this fucking mission. And I still couldn't because I'm shit. Like I said many times before. This just proves as a point. So no, I can neither play the game well, meaning the gameplay ain't going to be good on hard because I can't do this shit, while at the same time I can't add a commentary of talking about lore, stuff that I know, like, I can't talk about shit because I'm trying to win this fucking mission. So neither gameplay is good, neither commentary. So the whole video just turns to shit. So I admit my defeat, say that I'm shit in the comments. I'm going to agree with you, but I'm going to go to normal. I'm gonna go to normal because it just turns the video to absolute dog shit. I don't think it's entertaining, so I'm just going to do it. The story will be the same, gameplay will be different. I expect it to be much easier because what we saw in the human campaign was so easy that I had to turn to hard. And who knows, maybe I'm going to be changing the difficulty between missions. So if a mission is too hard, if I'm going to die 3 times, I'm going to change it to normal, stuff like this. I don't know yet. But I can tell you that this mission is going to be a normal. It's going to be a normal because I simply cannot finish it. And make a good video at the same time. I can't even do it without making a good video. I just can't finish this mission. So either way, let's start it, and I'm going to tell you why it's such a bitch.
Damn Thrall for sending us away. He chooses to use his greatest warriors for manual labor. He'll be lost without me.
Chieftain, there's something strange about these woods. It's too quiet. Almost like we're being watched.
Are you all afraid of spirits now? There is nothing here but ancient trees and shadow.
You hear that? This place is haunted. I fear no living enemy, but my axe cannot cleave fleshless spirits.
Still your tongue and get to work. The war chief's new settlement will require a great deal of lumber. This section of forest must be cleared.
Yes, indeed. That's the whole premise of the mission. The whole premise of the mission is we need to collect 15k of lumber, as you can see. And that point ain't that hard. It literally happens by itself. But the fucking enemy attacks are stupid as hell. Well, not really stupid, they're just stupidly strong for me.
Those dancing lights are strange.
They're just stupidly strong for me.
Dread spirits that you've all been so afraid of.
I mean, in a way, they are essentially what they were scared of. But not exactly. What you can see is that in the first camp over here, we don't have a gold mine. There is one gold mine, literally outside, right over here, where we are actually going to go already. Because, you know, we'll have to go there anyway.
You were right.
Might as well go now.
These green-skinned brutes have no respect for life. Slay them in Elun's name.
Okay, they definitely are at like 50% health. That's
They're women.
Yes, they almost look like elves. But they're far too tall and far too savage.
why there actually are elves. Yes, it's much easier to defeat them now. Way easier. We'll see if it's going to make the game like too easy or not. But it's definitely easier. They are basically, from my feeling, about 50% of the health that they were, and they also deal way less damage. Because by this point, at least one of my units would be dead. At least. Most likely two. Yes, great hole over here. The problem with this gold mine is the fact that there's not much. 9.6k and ain't that much. So we're going to move our camp pretty soon. Let's go over here. There's a side mission over here.
Ah, greetings, good orc. Strange to see one of you in these parts.
We are here to cut lumber, little goblin.
Well, there's this tribe of bearmen called furbolgs in this region that's been giving us trouble. If you kill the chieftain, we'll sell our goods to you at cost. We might even let you borrow a few shredders.
I'll consider it.
You definitely will, because shredders are fucking amazing at collecting lumber. Okay, go and destroy it since you want so much. It's actually something that I will have to do. Just go about and destroy the wisps, because my units are going to constantly be attacking some of them, because technically they are an enemy. You know, the fact that they ain't like a powerful enemy or in any way shape or form an enemy that you should fear or that can be difficult, but it's just annoying because your units always will try to attack it. So yes, what we're going to do is we're going to move our base somewhere around here. There's a huge gold mine, like I'm talking 40k gold mine. So I'm definitely going to move over there as soon as I possibly can. But that doesn't mean that it's going to be soon. Okay, here's the unit that I dislike. You can kinda see where the inspiration came from, right?
They won't last long after our wolf riders have ensnared them.
That is true, you need wolf riders. If you don't have wolf riders in this mission, you're fucked, essentially. Which is the main reason why I was so fucking... I was losing all the time, is because they killed my wolf riders and then I'm fucked, because no other unit that I had could attack them. Which obviously, if you're a good player, you'll be able to counter that. But I'm not, as we already, I think, established. I am not a good player. That's true. Destroy them first.
It's a tree like any other. Cut it down.
What does this do? A purge? Not really useful, at least for now. Yes, you see something that if you never played the Night Elves, you don't know the mechanic. But what happens is that the Night Elves have those moonwells. Those moonwells are essentially healing stations. Essentially. During the night they get a mana. As you can see, the building actually has mana. They get a mana and then they use this mana to heal their units. So the best time to destroy Night Elves.
The great tree provided us with an abundance of lumber. If we find any more, then we'll hack them apart as well.
Good, that's fantastic. Yes, so you attack Night Elves at during the day, because during the day those healing fountains cannot heal, quite frankly, or at least they are limited at the amount of the health they can heal. So yes, it's way too easier now. Purge if possible. Can you purge still? Yes, you can. Good. Purge. Nice. Okay. So let's go back. It's definitely going to be way easier, but this is good. Actually, since this is a video, I explained it in the original run of this video, but let me explain it again. Who the fuck Hellscream even is? Well, not like lore-wise, but more gameplay-wise. I'm going to just build. I'm actually not. There's no reason to build up in this place, because I'll be moving quite quickly. And I have a recruitment place over here. So I rather recruit from here rather than build a new base. But yes, Hellscream is a Blade Master. You could see another Blade Master in the second mission of the humans, I believe. The one where they were actually sacrificing humans to demons. Turns out they were right. But yes, he has 3 skills. Every Blade Master has 3 skills. Windwalk, which is going to make you invisible. You already saw it. Me using it. Makes you invisible, makes you move faster. And also the first attack is going to deal more damage. But also one thing that it doesn't say over here, move, oh no, it actually says move through units. You can move through other units, so this is an amazing thing, because you can cast the spell, this ability, activate it, move through the enemy lines, so the whole pathfinding thing doesn't exist. You just move through them and attack their backlines. Presumably, you're going to attack their heroes first, which is what you should do. Well, not always, but most of the time. That's how it's going to be used. Second one is illusion. It's going to create essentially a copy of you that can't deal damage but can be attacked. So it's a good distraction essentially. Okay, the third one is a passive. It's a critical strike, which basically means that it creates a chance for more damage. You can see that 50% chance to do 4 times the damage. So what would it be, like 120 damage? Obviously I leveled it up as soon as possible. And the ultimate is a blade storm, which is basically the character spins about and deals damage to anyone in vicinity of the hero, of the blade master, which is also a great skill to have. I want another battle over here. I want a tower over here. I actually would like 2 towers over here. Yes, after go to lumber, after go to gold, after go to lumber. But yes, since I'm playing on normal, I don't expect this to be hard. So let's talk about who the fuck we're fighting over here, shall we? Who are the elves that we're fighting over here? As Hellskin already mentioned, they are similar to the ones in Eastern Kingdoms, the High Elves, but different. The thing is that if you know the lore, what happens is that both elves come from the same place. Those are all the same elves, essentially, in the lore. Back in the day, everything, all the continents that you see today were essentially one big continent. I don't remember. I think it was called Kalimdor, actually. I think it was called Kalimdor. One big continent. Think essentially Pangea, right? Pangea, from the real world. Essentially think that, but the queen of the Night Elves, called Ashara, actually made a deal with Burning Legion to give them access to night. This is the gold mine, the huge one, 40k. Give them access to the Pool of Eternity, which is, or the Well of Eternity, sorry, which is essentially a huge pool of water, literally a lake in a way, that had essentially a magical water, essentially just pure magic in form of a liquid coming out of it. Hence the name Well, right? Since the name Well, actually I would like one Komodo also do the upgrades. Do those upgrades as well. Yes, so she made a deal with the demons because they wanted this power for themselves. Well, but shit went to shit, well, essentially. Things didn't go so well because the Night Elves actually found out about this and they weren't happy about it. They weren't happy about this, so they actually fought a civil war essentially over with the Burning Legion, and I believe it was like, what, 10,000 years ago, something like this. They fought a war against the demons. And also against their own people that were loyal to Ashara and approved of her plan, essentially. Because obviously, for aligning with the Burning Legion, they were promised power in turn as well. Whether they would get it, well, you know, as we can see with orcs themselves, aligning with the Burning Legion isn't necessarily always a good thing. It won't necessarily end well for you. So whether they would get it or not is a debate, but we can say what actually did happen. which is that thing during the war. What happened is that they actually managed to. They had to bring in so many. Burning Legion had to bring in so many different soldiers and demons and so forth through the portal. Through the portal in the Well of Eternity, created in the Well of Eternity, that it kind of destabilized the whole place, the whole world, the whole portal and everything was destabilized and essentially exploded. And okay, I see that on normal I don't really have to worry about microing too much. I will be able to just Control A forward, I see. It would seem. So yes, they created this portal, which was essentially destroyed in the process, which wasn't that great. Okay, let me focus a little bit, just in case, because you know I might die. Possible, unlikely, but possible. Okay, let's go over here, kill this girl over here. Nice, now move this way. You wisp your way through the lines and continue attacking. Actually increase level up. You're... Where the fuck are you coming from? Like, what the fuck? Hellscream. Go over here, help them out, because I don't know where those units come from. Killer! Like, goddamn. Okay, get back, destroy the pool. Destroy the pool. I'm actually going to recruit more units in the background. They really recruiting a shit ton of them. No, it's just that they so fucking spread apart that they coming from who the fuck knows where. There's just a shit ton of them. That's it. That's the whole reason why they're coming back. Okay, obviously the pool will try to heal her, but not enough. Okay, for fuck's sake, just move back. Troll, Shaman, you can stay back and, you know, distract them, essentially. Okay, so I need a better army. That didn't go so well. Well, seems like the normal difficulty ain't a walk in the park either. Okay, all of you actually going to move over here and start building a new camp. In the meantime, we have him, we get him. I'm going to build up my army and attack again. I don't think I will have to worry about defending this camp. I don't think so, who knows, no. But yes, the Pool of Eternity, the Well of Eternity exploded in the process, destroying the whole Pandora-like continent into the continents that we have today. With Kalimdor, Eastern Kingdoms, and so forth, right? I actually want to do something else. You will just stay over here and wait. I don't have to worry about lumber, so it's not a problem that you're going to stay and do nothing, essentially. But yes, the pool exploded, and it was a problem for two reasons. First of all, the most obvious problem is the fact that now the whole fucking country is split apart, right? It's literally split apart. And the thing is that the elves that did, the faction was already split. The whole kingdom, the whole race was already split between those that followed Ashara and approved of her alliance with the demons, with the Burning Legion, and those that did not, and after the war was over, the portal exploded and the well was essentially done for and changed into what we know today as this huge maelstrom in the middle of the ocean. they were actually some people that wanted to keep that energy, that wanted to keep that power essentially of the pool that the pool granted them through magic, while some decided that it was too much, that the power granted by the magic, by the use of magic and the use of the Well of Eternity wasn't worth it, that it invited way too many dangers into this world, that the demons were here only for the pool, so it's not. So using the pool and magic in general would simply be too dangerous. And they wanted to move away from that and magic, and generally the use of magic itself. But there was a second group that actually wanted to continue using it. Obviously, you will have two groups. So one group wanted to continue using magic and the Pool of Eternity, while the others didn't. And the ones that did want to use magic and the Pool of Eternity moved to what today we know as Eastern Kingdoms. And over millennium of being separated, those that stayed evolved into night elves, or actually stayed night elves, because the way that you see the night elves look like in this game is actually the more correct one. While the ones that went to Eastern Kingdoms changed into what today we know as the High Elves. Actually, I'm going to stop this. Don't create another barracks, create a bestiary. Changed into High Elves. And obviously, it seems like the Night Elves were correct. The non-magical faction was correct because, well, we see demons again for a reason. And that reason, as we saw, is magic again. Because what was one of the first places that they went? Well, to Quel'Thalas, where in fact what the Well of Eternity, of whatever it was called, I don't remember, in Quel'Thalas was actually created from the Well of Eternity back in the day. It's essentially the same thing. Ooh, repair. Try and repair. Are you going to out-repair them? No, it doesn't look like it. Go back over here. Okay. You should be able to defend it themselves. You should be able to. Go out and try to attack them. Just hit them with your pickaxes or something. Okay, go over here. Kill the wisps. Yes, I want battle. I want another battle. I want yet another battle. But yes, the group that believed in magic and wanted to use it was pissed that the Well of Eternity got destroyed. So what they've done is they simply took the group of of peons just standing over the destroyed glyph is quite funny. Yes, the group that wanted to use magic actually took part of the well's magic, and fuck me, really? Actually used it to go to do gold, not lumber. Actually used it to create a new well, that well being the Sunwell that we see. Oh, nice. You guys are going to be repairing this while the other guys are going to be attacking. At least until I get over here. Which I am over here, so that should be fine. So you two, get in. and start destroying it. Just start attacking them. I want to like deplete this gold mine thoroughly, not just partially. Okay, nice. You guys go back to gold. There's 3 of you. Okay. One goes over here, and actually I'm going to use 2. I want another bestiary. Another bestiary. Another barracks. And for now that should be good. I'm going to move away from here. I'm going to change this into my new main camp. And that is my created great wall over here, is that I will want to cut through those trees over here and just go and collect gold over this here, over this gold mine as well. And instead of building 2 separate camps, I'm just going to create a camp over here. I'm just going to create 1 big camp instead of 2 separate. Kill the deer because it's going to influence my pathfinding, and I don't want that. I would like 1 model wolf should be good, 4 grants, and that should be okay. Okay, fix that, build a tower, build another, what is called barrow. You, after fixing that, I'm going to create another tower over here and then go to gold. Okay, you actually start collecting lumber, cutting down the trees to get access to that gold mine, and a way bigger gold mine. But for now we could give me regeneration, give me 1 card beast, because the one I already had died. But yes, it seems that the night elves that didn't use magic were right? Because they didn't. The Burning Legion is back over here, and they're moving. Where they're moving? They're moving to Kalimdor. Why they are in Eastern Kingdoms? Because there's a Well of Eternity, a magical pool. And why they are going to come over here? Because there's the tree, right? The Mount Hyjal, the tree at the Mount Hyjal. What it's called, like Tree of Life or something like this, I don't remember. But yes, essentially they're moving towards more and more gold, more and more money, essentially. I'm thinking of gold. But yes, they're moving towards more and more mana and magic. They are attracted to it, the Burning Legion. So to not use it seems like it would be the right thing to do, because they didn't attack Kalimdor. They just had to fight it while Dalaran, and they were well aware of Dalaran and the Well of Eternity, or Sunwell, sorry. Sunwell in Quel'Thalas. So they clearly know where they're going, it's just a matter of them actually getting them. So to not use magic seems like it's actually worked the way it was intended, which is to essentially hide the Night Elves from the Burning Legion. Because they knew very well that the Burning Legion wasn't destroyed. It was just temporarily weakened. Let's call it that. Just temporarily weakened. So, okay, let's move over here, destroy the Furbolgs to get the... Okay.
Must be the Furbolgs the goblin spoke of. This will be a worthy battle.
Not really, not on normal. Okay, nice. Move in, kill the shaman as well. Should be easy. Nice, gold coin, always. Why not? Move in, Hellscream, and attacked from... that wasn't great, but it do be like that. Yes, so destroy this guy. He has a fucking ground punch or whatever it's called actually, which is annoying because it stuns everybody. Okay, town on not attack, that's fine. Healthstone, that's fine. Let's destroy the camp already as well, I mean.
Finally, whatever you say.
Okay, destroy this, and I'm actually going to move back over there because I don't really need to defend this camp. I don't really need to defend this camp, but the mission is here anyway, so I might as well, right? I might as well go there. I might as well go there. Let one of you get out and start repairing. Maybe you're going to be able to, you know, repair it enough. Maybe not, probably not. Yeah, it's going to get destroyed. And I'm actually going to move you out of here, because there's 490 gold, it's just not worth protecting, quite frankly. Okay, my wolves are first in line, so that's good. Let them, kill them, and they are done. Kill this guy, and fine. Yes. So yes, high elves and night elves are the same thing, essentially.
Ah, thank you. Now, these shredders will cut through those trees in no time.
Exactly, that's why I want them. Okay, so you go back to camp and bring those shredders with you. Over here. Yes, for now, you guys are actually going to build me Shaman Place Spirit Lodge. Sure, if that's how it's called. I actually need an altar over here. I actually would like an altar. I'm not using too many shamans because shamans don't really have any spells that are like interesting. I'm also going to say it right now. If I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry because as I said, I recorded this fucking one mission for the past fucking hour, 4 hours. For the past 4 hours, I'm just losing track of what I said in which episode, in which recording. So I'm kind of losing myself over here, which is also why I wanted to change the difficulty level, because it was just too repetitive. Like, if I'm going to die once, that's fine, but if I'm going to die 4 fucking times, it gets fucking tiring. It gets tiring, and I'm simply forgetting what I recorded, it would just be an editing and like a commentary nightmare, because I have no clue what I talked about in which episode. I don't really talk about anything. Like, I couldn't be able to. I tried to talk about the whole origin of high elves and night elves, but I simply cannot, because I have to focus on this game way too much to make it anything just, you know, I'm losing track of things. Like, you can see that even now, when there isn't that much of a challenge, I'm losing track of my thoughts and so forth. So imagine that if I'm actually having to focus on this game so much more, like, it just doesn't work. It just does not work. Kill this wisp. I don't know why he's still here. Thank you. Okay, so why did I want shredders? Again, not too sure if I talked about it in this episode or not. Shredders can actually hold 200 wood, 200 lumber in their inventory. As you can see, while a peon can take 10, which means that each and every hit of the shredder is worth what it would be 20 times more than a hit of a peon into a tree. So it's just way faster and more efficient. You move over this way. The same goes for you and you. I don't really need you to collect lumber anymore. You will just have to wait a little bit until they get through over here and you will start collecting gold. So I want 2 towers. I will want 2 towers over this way. For now, I'm actually going to pull you guys. There's only 3 of you, damn. To build towers over here as well. And after this, you're all going back to gold, and I'm actually going to recruit 1 more. Okay, you guys are ready. So yes, I will want a barrow, 2 barrows over here, and 2 towers to defend it from this way. I don't want you to collect lumber this side, because I want this path to be closed off. I don't want to open it up anymore. I don't want you to open it up anymore. You go back and create a watermill, build a watermill like over here, for them to cut trees this way. As you can see, we're also halfway through, about halfway through. Nope. Create 1 more tower over here. And now go to gold. All of you will be collecting gold from this gold mine. This is the bigger one, way bigger one. I just wanted to have the main camp more in the corner, because it's way more defendable. As simple as that. I want 3 grants. 3 grants. One, what is called? Rider. And I can get 2 shamans, why not? They have a dispel, so it's worth something. Obviously the shamans are mostly useful for Bloodlust, which they don't have access to yet, but you know, since I have them, since I have access to them, I might as well use it. You're actually going to go over here and repair the Great Hall over this way, the old one. Oh, I created way too many grants. Tough. So yeah, I want you mate, move like over here. Do not influence my... Just do not influence my pathfinding too much. Okay, go over here. And we should be good at destroying. So we have a camp over here, a camp over here, and camp in the top left is actually the biggest camp, if I remember, and they didn't change anything. That should be the biggest one, the top left one. Top right should be a bigger camp, like a mediocre camp, and the one in the middle right is going to be like a small one. So let's go in. Let's go in. Yes, so the shield actually doesn't make sense. Actually doesn't make sense, I'm not going to be using it, really. Okay, so it's 4, he captures 4 and this captures 3 of them, okay. You're done, you will go, well, nowhere really. Oh no, you can go collect lumber, gold. Well, join them in a battle. Where's the one guy? Well, I'm recruiting units, so that should be fine. I don't think I will need to go back there and defend. I think I will be fine. Yeah, just go in, kill those thugs. Just kill those thugs and you should be fine. Move them closer to the battle so they can attack. Nice, fantastic. You guys go in for the kill. And that should be enough of a defense, I think. I think that should be enough of a defense. You attack this one, you attack this one. And I'm going to use you and already move on. And I'm already going to move on. I'm going to give you a hold, so you won't attack wisps. Which is what I was talking about, that the wisps are annoying. Move, hold, destroy them. These whips, yep, you were able to defend. I'm going to recruit few trolls to help you out. Okay, I want this fixed. I want towers rebuilt, and I'm actually going to build more of them. Oh, okay, we have an attack on the way. So let's just intercept them. Since we're already here, shouldn't be hard. Yes, the difficulty really changed much. But I think it would be actually better for me to be able to just comment on the lore, talk about things. Obviously, I also don't want to dump everything into the whole episode, into one episode, and just kind of keep things for now that I know and save it, essentially. Because I know more about the lore of the elves, also what I said about the lore of the elf in this episode isn't entirely... Well, it is true, it's just not the complete story, in a way. The complete story, there's much more, but... Sorry for that cat. But it's just... what is called? I lost my train of thought. I lost my... it's just going to come up with the story of the game. So I don't want to get ahead of myself and talk about something that's going to be explained in the story anyway, just later on. You know? Because things, obviously we do have a campaign of the... of the Night Elves. So there's things that's going to come out in that campaign, mostly in that campaign, that will be very important, and I just don't want to talk about it now. If I'm going to talk about it again then, like, you know, it just doesn't add up for me. Okay, you move away, you're going to join this gold mine, and the shredders should actually start shredding, you know, destroy the fucking wells. Actually, no, don't destroy the wells because it is actually daytime, nighttime. So it would be beneficial to destroy the wells, but not as beneficial as destroying the units and the recruitment of units, quite frankly. So start destroying the towers, yes, destroy this tower because it's pissing me off. You know, moral victory, I guess. Now destroy the recruitment centers and we should be fine. Destroy this one mostly because that's the basic recruitment. That's the basic recruitment, which creates the most useful units. Because the cheaper a unit is, the more useful it becomes, essentially. I'm going to put you under group 3, and you should be able to defend on your own. You should be enough to defend this base from most attacks.
We've nearly hit our quota. Our lumber stores are almost full.
That is indeed true. We nearly hit our quota. You attack the wisps, just kill the wisps in general. And yes, you see that I don't think I'm actually going to be even attacking the last camp of the elves. Because there's just no reason to. And also it's not going to be that challenging, so you know, there's no gameplay reason to do so, no story reason, no nothing. So just allow them to live, I guess. And I actually prefer, this wasn't that easy. It wasn't that easy. I mean, it was easy, but it wasn't like easy to the point of unenjoyment. At least for me to play it. that the human campaign was. Because human campaign, the reason why I changed it to hard in the first place is because it was so easy that it wasn't enjoyable to play.
Chieftain, the harvesting is complete.
Good. Then we'll start constructing the settlement immediately. Ashenvale Forest. After 10,000 years, I still recognize this cursed place. This is the veil of our ancient enemy, the Night Elves' demigod, Cenarius.
Yes. Lord Archimon demands that Cenarius be destroyed before we launch the invasion of Kalimdor.
I would relish the chance to face him again in combat. But he is crafty and rarely appears in the open.
Fateful as it sounds, your pet orcs have recently despoiled these forest lands and incurred his wrath. Lord Archimond and I believe that the orcs are capable of killing Cenarius for us.
They would have little chance against Cenarius. If memory serves, his powers were quite formidable.
Yes, but so are yours. The blood pact that you made with the orcs long ago still binds them to you. You need only recharge their energies.
Just what are you suggesting, Dreadlord?
Spill your burning blood into this pool. Its corruption will lure the orcs to it. And once they've tasted your blood again, they will be unstoppable.
That was a fucking disgusting laugh, Mr. Manoroff over there. Like, that, no, I get it, he's a demon, but damn. Again, if you see the mission started, I just quit. But yes, it seems like the fate of the orcs is sealed, essentially. Like I said at the end of the previous mission, the moment Thrall sent Hellscream over here to Ashenvale, he sealed his fate. We all know that's what's going to happen. And we all know what's going to happen after that. But for now, I think I'm going to stay on normal difficulty. I know that the next mission is actually even harder than the previous one. I know it, I've played it before. Well, I played it back in the day and it was even harder. So if I can't beat this one on hard, I don't think I'm going to be able to build the next one on hard, quite frankly. So I'm going to most likely stay on normal difficulty. But yes, tomorrow we're going to find out how exactly and for what exact reason did Hellscream fall to the fell energies of Manoroth, because we all know that it's going to happen, right? Either way, see you in the next one.